We have to complete an arm position challenge. Let's watch the video at the top of the instructions to figure out what it wants us to do.
Robotic systems use sensors to keep track of their own state as well as the world around them. The computerized control system built into this car, for example, keeps track of whether its door is securely closed using small touch sensors built into the door frame. In this challenge, you will program the robot's arm to move into the up position when the up button on the EV3 is pressed, no matter where the arm started. To do this, you will need to design a new mechanism for the touch sensor so it can detect when the robot's arm is in the fully up position. This sensor allows you to use the arm without having to manually reset its position each time. The robot will then move forward 5 rotations, use its arm to pick up a cargo container, and bring it back to the starting location.
Okay, so it looks like we just need to, it's very similar to our cargo challenge if you guys have done that. The only difference is we need to make it so that the touch sensor is detecting when the arm is all the way up. So let's see. We open our assignment. And to lift our arm up, we could tell it to run clockwise or counterclockwise. Let's test it. Let's test counterclockwise. Let's see what happens. Oh, that was down. It moved down a little bit. Let's test running our arm. Motor A is our arm. Again, this motor section, this blue motor section, this is where we control our arm. Our arm is motor A. And I'm going to tell it to run clockwise. That's going to lift it up. But my motor is actually still running in here. I still have it turning. If this was the real robot in real life, you would kind of hear the motor still running. We want the motor to stop once the arm goes up. So once the arm's up here, we could stop our motor. So how can we do that? Maybe I add a stop motor block. Let's see what it does. We run it clockwise and we stop. Oh, it's not doing anything now. Why is it not doing anything? Before, run clockwise was lifting the arm up. Huh. Oh, I know. This is a familiar problem. It's because it starts running it clockwise, immediately goes to the next block, and then stops it. So it never actually gets to go up unless we have maybe a wait or something. So maybe we could wait a little while and then get the arm up in the right spot. Maybe I could wait a certain amount of time. Huh. Okay, that technically worked. It stopped the motor. But it wants me to use the touch sensor. It wants me to do this somehow, do this very, very short wait by using my touch sensor. Huh. How can I do a wait using a sensor? I know. I could take the block from sensors that has to do with my touch sensor, and it says wait until. All of these sensor blocks are wait blocks. All they do is wait. And they wait until our sensor senses a certain thing. So in this case, it'll wait until our sensor is pressed, which happens right when it hits the top. So once it's pressed, once sensor is pressed, once this word here says pressed, we can see what the sensor sees by clicking on the picture of the sensor. Once it says pressed, my arm will stop. So this is perfect. This is what we want. And then it tells us to go 5 rotations and lower the arm. You guys should be able to do the rest on your own. 5 rotations. The arm's up. I'm doing my 5 rotations. I get to the box. Now I need to do the opposite. I need to put the arm down. The sensor's on the top of the arm, so it can only detect the arm going up. So we don't need to use the sensor for putting the arm down. But we need to lower the arm. We need to put the arm down and then bring this box back. I'm going to leave that to you guys. This was the part that students were mostly having problems with. If you're having any trouble from this point, lowering your arm, which we talked about at the beginning of the video, how to lower your arm, and then going backwards to bring the box back, then email me and let me know. That should be it for the arm position challenge.